So let's step into today. Let's step into the 2000 era.
Mm-hmm.
And you've been writing pretty regularly. As a matter of fact, you're working on a project right now, right?
Exactly.
And
So, the funny thing is, when you're with a group, you have you try to maintain your brand.
right.
And people come to associate your brand with your brand because, there's a certain thing about Father's Children. We like to set ourselves aside, apart from other so-called local bands in that, we don't just play, but we like to think we sing well as well. So there's not a lot of, usually you'll have a band that'll have, some front guys up front singing,
Right,
and,
right.
but you're not necessarily going to expect that a band is going to come out and give you 3-4 part harmonies, that's, that kind of uncommon. And that's a part of the Father's Children brand. So when people come to see you, they expect to hear you do what you've always done.
Right, right.
But as you get older and as you grow musically, sometimes there's music inside you that you want to get out. It's music that you want to express that's not necessarily associated with the brand that you have been putting out over the years as your being a part of a member of a group, that has a brand that they have to protect and maintain. So this is an opportunity for me to not only be expressive of other things, the kind of music some things that I don't get to do with Father's Children.
Right.
And it also gives me an opportunity to continue, in a sense, part of the tradition of Father's Children, because we, as Father's Children, always dealt with some degree of social commentary. We always had something to say, something to spark the social consciousness,
Okay.
And so on this particular project, there are several songs that I would say do highlight what we're going through right now as a society, So there are some songs on there about that, but there's also songs about, being all that you can be, being, your better self,
Right. Okay.
being able to live up to your potential. So I tried to, this project sort of deals with social commentary in some respect. It deals with self-help and self-awareness in some respect. But, of course, there's also songs on here about love, because love always sells. And when we talk about love, we talk about the good of it and the bad of it.
Okay.
The ups and the downs, the heartache. So it's an opportunity to do that, and also to think about it from the standpoint of trying to target not just based on the message, but also there's certain communities, like, for example, the hand dance community.
Yeah.
In DC is pretty big. The stepping community all around the country
Absolutely.
is very big. So
Yep.
sometimes now when you write, you're writing with the idea of, I think this would go well with that particular community. And so there's some of that in this too. So there's a conscious awareness to try to monetize this in the
Well, good for you.
right way. Yeah.
Because speaking of consciousnness, I listened to one of your new songs,
Oh, okay.
and it's called "Morning in America."
Oh, okay.
And what happened for me is, having watched you down through the years, I've observed many times you're very quiet at first. At first, you're very quiet because you are a serious observer, and it has always just blessed my heart to see how you observe, and then you come up with something that relates to that in the form of music. I find that absolutely genius. So when I'm listening to Morning in America, which I asked you about, and you told me it was a play on words. Can you go into that a little bit?
Yeah. So when we think about it, morning in America, it's sort of like two things. When you think about morning, you think about, you're waking up to fresh air, everything is alive, and,
Yes.
so Some of the lyrics from that song is, "It's morning in America and waking up to fresh air. Birds are singing, children are playing. I can hear the music at the fair. It's morning in America. Welcome to your dreams. You can be what you want to be.
Yes.
At least that's what they tell me.
Yeah.
But it's morning in America and it's all over the news.
Yes.
Babies crying, black men are dying. Do we get to choose which America we wake up to?" So that's, the morning, morning,
Right.
is in the first part of it, but then the mourning is in the second part of it, where, we're also mourning as well. So.
It's morning in America, waking up to fresh air. Birds are singing, children are playing. I can hear the music at the fair. It's morning in America. Welcome to your dreams. You can be what you wanna be. At least that's what they tell me. It's morning in America. It's all over the news. Babies crying, black men are dying. Do we get to choose?
Any day now, a grand jury in Missouri is expected to return a finding in the shooting death of Michael Brown in Ferguson this past summer. Today, audio
and I can still hear Marvin asking, what's going on, what's going on? And didn't Sam tell us a change is gonna come? And Etta told us that love would finally come along at last. But if it's morning in America, when will it all come to pass? Morning, yes, we're morning. Say we're morning. Yeah, we're morning. Yeah. Morning in America. So what's up with all the chatter? Don't they know that black lives still matter? Now here you say that all lives matter, and who can argue with that? But why don't we hear the same outrage when the person who dies is black? Now you can't be
Ted Hopkins, Carpenter, bass host, scenario. You just see this song. And well, they haven't heard the song yet. Wait until people hear the song. It's like and my other song, Took My Soul.
Took My Soul.
Took
Okay.
My Soul. That's the first one I listened to. And honestly, I'm gonna be honest, because when I first heard it, I wasn't even trying to hear the other two songs because I thought that song was the bomb. I listened to that a few times. And I was so impressed. And I was so proud. I was so proud that you're able to reach down and find. Tell us about